Da, 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 da. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Live on Monday night. Yeah. Let's just double check the sound here until I get this all set up in a proper way. Hello, Jeff Thorson. Hello, how are you? Good. Sounds like the sound's working. Okay, we are going to try this a little bit different. So we have this window, okay, and then I have OBS. I got to get a little more organized here on these lives. There we go. Tron is here and Jeff Thorson is here. Man, that chat window, the text is massively big. And Shadell, Merry Christmas. Hello, Merry Christmas to you, Shadell. How are you, sir? I think actually if I do this, that text is much easier. Zenbender, hello. Yeah, that text is easier for me to read. So I'm going to leave that window open. Guy the Jedi, hello, sir. So, I've just been having a few little, let's put this over here, tweaks and peaks and alligator cliques. Oh, why won't that? There we go. So, hey guys, Merry Christmas. I was just supposed to say Happy New Year, but I didn't really say Happy New Year. Oh, Richard, I'm sorry, I forgot to message you. Well, look, you got the notification though, so that worked. On your phone outside with the dog, but you are here. Good job, Zenbender. Thank you. Dog's priority though. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I had a great, fantastic Christmas day, and we had a great, relaxing day today. And yeah, I hope Santa was good to everybody. I got a few new toys to play with in the studio, and I've been doing some organizing and all kinds of fun stuff. So, which you will see in upcoming streams, etc. My new toys, and I mean, I could show you some of them. I got this really cool guy. This is a Dymo. What brand is that? It's a Rhino 4200. It's a label maker, but the beauty of it is this makes heat shrink labels, so I can print on my heat shrink tubing now. So that was cool. That was unexpected. That was kind of a sneaky thing my beautiful wife did for me. So, but I wasn't expecting to get it, and I did get it. So, and we got. Where did I put the other cool thing? Right here. I've wanted one of these for a while. It's a miniature heat gun. So for heat shrink tubing, so we have this little attachment here, which is for doing heat shrink tubing. You basically put that over the tubing and it surrounds the heat so it shrinks your tubing efficiently. It's electric, so we don't have to worry about the battery dying on the gun all the time. And I got a really decent multimeter. My other multimeter was... The biggest headache on my other multimeter was these plugs would pop out, just randomly pop out. These ones here sit in there tight as a duck's ass. I mean, they won't pop out. So, nice multimeter. And just a few other little tweaky things and fun things. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Hey, Jose Ferreira. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm doing good. Hope you had a good Christmas. She knows something is different watching me pack. Dogs sure do know when something... Yeah, dogs are smart. I mean, anything out of the normal routine, and yeah, they do. So I've done a little bit of off-stream building, catching up on the printer. For instance, I started to get the LEDs going. Now, this is kind of funky. When you see the overhead shot of this, look at this. Look at the colors that I used for the LED, where the LED strips go. I had to kind of go with the whole theme. Here, let me turn the overhead light on here. We'll get a little better view of this. Oh, the light was on. What am I saying? Ha, the light was on. Well, the light's only on at 10% power, which is pretty good. If you turn the light off, this is my new overhead little sort of light. And then if we turn the light on, that's only 10%, and that's quite bright. So this thing will go pretty bright. So Santa brought a lot of presents. That's good. Yeah, Santa did bring few presents this year and some stuff we needed for the studio, and it was all good. I got one more thing to bring into the studio, and then we're laughing. Yeah, so that I like this. So I got those there. What else have I done? We got the, let's switch over to this guy here. Except I got to switch down to my wider view for you so you can kind of see. So we got the display on. So we got the skirts on and the display. Because really putting the skirts on is nothing, it's not a big secret on how it's done. But we got the display mounted, so we have the touch screen mounted. I think I did pull the film off that I did. And then we have the side mounted, we have the fans in. Okay, and we have the sides. And look at the nice colors. I don't know, was the unit to measure tightness? A duck's ass. That, yeah. What did I say? Tighter than a duck's ass. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, tightness, exactly. And there's the back. Okay, so we got the network cable plug in. We got the blank plug in because there's really nothing that goes there. And our power, and then we have just our middle one, and then on the other side, which matches the far side, so this is our blanks. There's no fans or anything in here. This is just the exhaust output for the fans that are blowing across the electronics. Hey, 3D Medic vents, and then there we have the front again. So yeah, and then the really colorful things up here are just fun. I mean, that's just fun, and what a better way to finish off. Finish that off except for that. So now what I want to do right now is I've got to run the LED strips through here. Run the LED strips through here, put the wiring in. The LED wiring is going to run down along with these wires on this side. I may clean these wires up eventually, because the other thing that came with this kit was these three of these nice strips, channel strips. Yeah, believe me, there's 3 of them here. These 2 are being stubborn. So 3 of these nice little channel strips. One of them is going to be used up along here when we run the LED wire from this LEDs over here to the junction that goes in here. And then the other, so that's really the only need for one of these. And so I may actually try and tidy up some of these wires here by running some under a strip. I don't know, because we have these other, yeah, anyways. We'll see. But once the covers are on and the back covers on, you're not going to see a lot of these wires from the front per se, right? Because it's just, you're looking kind of through. So, but it'd be nice to somehow get these wires all covered up. But that's just me being fussy about it all, so not a big deal. And yeah, so I haven't done anything for the panels yet. Other than, of course, we can put the bottom panel on the electronics when all is said and done. And but on the back panel, I want to put a design. I want to put the design that I had actually reserved for the 2.4 on the back panel of this one. It was a sticker that Zixelter had made for me. It's a nice Voron logo in yellow, so that would be really good. If Tim added white printed pieces, it would look like the Partridge Family bus. You know, this is interesting, Richard, that you said that. So let me come back here. I would add white. But now this is, I've heard 50-50 on this whole thing, and maybe it's only moving parts, but I've heard white. Now here I'm saying white ABS. I was advised by a few people not to print ABS parts in white because they will break down, or they're not as strong as the colored ABS parts because of how they're made. Now that could just be for the parts that are under strain, for instance. But like, yeah, I could have put white up in the white is weak, yeah, and then you're one of the ones that told me that. But I could put white PETG or even PLA I could put up here. I mean, certain parts, this doesn't have to be ABS that I did, because those LEDs do not get hot enough to melt PLA. Okay, and even in the chamber, I'm not going to necessarily. I'm even considering not covering this one because I've got the 2.4 as a chambered printer, so I'm even considering not putting covers on this. But we'll see. White ABS and ASA have poor layer adhesion due to pigment. Ah, okay. See, and I know a few people have said that. Hey, John Strand, sir. So, but I could put white parts, like the skirt. I could add some white in the skirt. It can be PLA. It doesn't have to be ABS. PLA would be fine for the even these corner parts. I mean, there's a lot of parts in here that could be PLA and get away with it. So I could do that, but the partridge, oh, you know what? You know what? The hinges for the doors. There we go. The white needs to be the white ABS, of course. A little hotter to get good layer adhesion. I agree with that. But the hinges for the doors, the white could be on the outside if I do the covers. Now maybe I will do the covers for that particular reason, to put the white on it. And then, hey, the Partridge Family bus. Hello world, it's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. Will I get demonetized for that? No, but I might just get shunned for singing online. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So maybe, hey, maybe all the hardware for the doors can be in white. Trident should get warmer chamber temps with bed high up. Yeah. Well, this is all ABS right now. So if I do the hardware on the outside for the covers, because I'm going to do these same removable or latchable hinges for the covers if I do it. If I did that all in white, that would just be a nice finish to the whole scheme of things here, I think. Anyways, okay. Let's, since we are just yakking and chatting, there's a throwback. Hey, Hayes Hoonigan, hello, sir. Welcome, welcome. Well, awesome that there's some people joining on this impromptu Boxing Day stream. 15 of you. Look at that. And I only have 6 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Fix that number before I go on. I'm not doing a thing. Okay, I'm just kidding. But I know you'll fix that number. So let's switch over to the overhead camera. That's not the overhead camera, but this camera is okay. And I'm going to lay this down on its side in order to actually, do I want to lay it down on its side to do this? No, well, right now I'm going to put the little doomer hoover thingy up here. And I call it a doomer thing, a hoomer thingy, because I'm not 100% sure what they call it, but we're putting this part on. So this is the junction where all the LEDs meet. This guy. So the left LED is going to plug, right LED is going to plug, and then we have the plug that's going to go down to the main board for the LED power. And this little thingamadoomerhickey here is basically just so that the electronic parts in the back of this little mini PCB don't come in contact with the frame. So this guy goes on like that, and we screw this guy into the frame with some screws. Get the thumbs up button hot by smashing it hard. Yes, smash it really hard. Take your screen and just boom, boom, boom on that thumbs up button, but I'm not responsible for replacing broken screens. I'm speaking to you guys. Okay. You don't know how on the phone. We'll do it when you switch to the PC. Zen, I believe you will, and I understand that. I understand that completely. Okay, so we need some screws. Now, you guys, this is exciting. I am super excited and stoked to share with you guys what I did. So right now, normally what I would be doing is I'd be saying I need some M3x5. Hang on, let me switch because this is important. Right now I'd be saying I need some M3x5 bolts for this, and then I also need some M3 T-nuts. I would be grabbing my tray. As you all know, I'd be scrambling through this tray, pulling bags and bags and bags and bags out to find the T-nuts and the screws, right? Admit it. That's the way it's been. But, oops. You guys want to see something cool? Okay. Hope you're all ready for this. I can now come in here, flip it over, ready? And go, gee, look, I need 2 M3 T-nuts. Ah, there they are. Let's close this side up. Let's flip it over. I can say, hey, I need 2 M3x8 bolts. I can open it up. I can go, oh, look, M3x8 socket heads. Boom. Done. I organized it. Yay! I've organized it. I've labeled everything. Some of them are still in the bags because it's miscellaneous stuff that's not used often. And look, boom, two-sided. No more hunting. Now, mind you, I don't know if this is the right size bolt for this, but I'm just bragging now. So, and that is the right size bolt. That's going to work perfectly. But look how fast I found those. Now, in the time it's taken me to talk about it and show it off, yeah. But anyways, no more digging through those plastic bags. It's all organized. With all the spare parts, I could build 2 more Voron kits with all this stuff. I've still got a few bins over on my bin thing over there to sort out some stuff. But yeah, I've got it all sorted, and it feels so much better to be organized in that sense. So yeah, this was a Amazon. I think this was $12 on Amazon. It's a double-sided. Yeah, the compartments. Some of the compartments are. This is the smallest you can make the compartments on it. And some of them are a little big for the size of the screws and bolts I have. But hey, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, yeah, 34 compartments in this. 34 compartments, and it holds pretty much everything you need it to hold. So there we go. Okay, so now that we've bragged about that, let's go on over here. Let's pull this guy over a little bit. Oh, okay, and we will get some T-nuts going here. Yeah, that just feels so much better to be able to go in there and grab something without having to hunt it down. So, okay, so we're going to slip. I'm going to stand up for this because it deserves standing up. Nah, you just need more bolts and nuts. Exactly, John. That's exactly it. A little noisy. Oh, yeah, noisy in the mic. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's get these in. There's one. Yeah. It's a good night to be a T-nut. Did I get good separation? I think I did. 2. Okay, and I am just going to line these up. So I get the right distance here. I think we're good. John, I just read that. Just remember to fasten the lid before flipping it over. Sounds like it's coming from experience at one point or another. And yes, I have done that before with other systems where, yeah, the lid. Yeah. Anyways, need I say more? It's been done. I've had that happen. It ain't fun. Okay. It ain't fun when they all spill everywhere. There's one. And 2. Okay, perfect. There's a little junction in there. You're back on the PC. You hit the thumbs down. Awesome, Zen. Appreciate that. Hey, listen, thumbs down, thumbs up. I don't see the number of thumbs downs I get. I see the number of thumbs up. So I'm sure I've gotten some thumbs down, but hey, YouTube doesn't care if it's up or down. It's an algorithm thing, and YouTube says, hey, there is some people watching this station. We don't care if they like it or love it or hate it. Okay, so these LEDs, one of them has a longer string. Obviously, that's going to go on the far side. And one of them has a shorter string. I call it wire. So we're going to feed. I can go to the overhead for this. Doo-doo. And we're going to feed. Look at that. Look at these overhead views. And if I hit Alt Q on my keyboard, we get a little zoomed in view. If I hit Alt E on my keyboard, you kind of get a zoom. Like I've got a few different zoom views for this overhead. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that's okay. So we're going to feed this long one. in through the end here, in the little slot, and hope that it feeds in nice and smooth. Doop, 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 doop. There it is, right to the end, and right about there. So all the LEDs are showing through the little holes in here. We are good. Now we're going to run this guy along this track. First, what I'm going to do, no music, no Hayes Hoonigan. I haven't got my PC set up yet. I have my iPad, but turns out I'm going to end up using my iPad for a teleprompter. So let me see, where am I here? Or we'll just cut to this. So I'm going to use, and this is cutting my head off because I'm used to sitting down. What I need is a thing on there that follows my head, so it's up, so you're not talking to my chin. But I'm going to be adding a teleprompter for some stuff. So I'm going to use the iPad for teleprompter, and my laptop. Where is my laptop? My laptop is somewhere, and I haven't hooked my laptop up tonight. So no music tonight, but I will try and have music back for next Sunday's special New Year's Day stream. So we'll do our best for that. We'll have Old Lang Syne, and we'll have some, we'll just, but if you really miss the music tonight, I can sing, but I don't want to get demonetized by singing the wrong thing. It's too bad. The drag change could not be multicolored. Oh, come on. Oh, Eclipse. Hello, Eclipse, by the way. And I know you can print drag chains. Okay, you got me thinking now, but just future video upgrade, multicolored drag chains. That would be cool to have, like red, blue, green, orange, red, blue. Okay, that would be cool. Okay. Yeah, they could be if you wanted to. The Voron 22 has files to print drag chains that are split halves and zip tied together. Oh man, I need an AI. I need an assistant. I'm not a big enough channel to have an assistant yet. So anyways, that's okay. Anyways, we're up here. I'm just going to make sure I'm going to cut this channel cover to the proper length, which is right about, I'm going to put my finger on it right here. Okay, and then we're going to cut this off right about here without cutting my fingers. Okay, and let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 10 fingers. We're good. Okay, let's still have 10 fingers. You could do an umbilical and use different color wrap tape. Yes, that's true too. Okay, John Strand, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate that. Happy season to you, and Happy New Year if I don't see you before my New Year's Day stream. So, Eclipse, you just wanted to plant that seed? Well, you planted a heck of a seed, I'm going to tell you that. Okay, you're making me think here. Okay, so if I pull this way, let's do the not zoomed in overhead view. So I think that was Alt W. It was. Okay. And I'm actually going to stand up on my little stool because I'm a little short. And then we're going to come on here, and I'm going to go ahead and insert these wires. Make sure I don't pull it out of the LED, out of the thing here too far. Okay. And we're going to tidy these in here. I know, easier said than done. Come on, get in there. Get it. Ah, you little bugger. Okay, once I get it started, it's going to be easy. It's getting the little sucker started in the channel. Come on, get over. Get in there. There we go. Maybe if I start the other end that I didn't cut. There we go. Okay, that's in. Oh, it popped out. That's all right. Oh, I knew somehow you would put a link to that, Zen. Why did I know that? Well, that'll be a down the road future thing if I do that for this. That would just sort of be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? Okay, oh, there we go. Okay. Now we got it going in the channel. And so you're going to need to come out. I think I cut this just short enough so that I could have this pop out the other end with no issues. Just like so. So we got that channel on there, so the wires are in here. And then we can plug in the top one here. Actually, we'll plug it in the second one. There we go. So we have this guy like so. There we go. So we got the LED strip from the far side in. Okay, now we will go ahead and throw this this next one in. This guy right here, which is the short wire. The wire channel, did I print it? No, it came, this stuff here you're talking about, this came with the kit. Part of the LDO kit for the Trident build here. So this, yeah, 3 pieces of this, which is plenty for what I need. So I actually have more. This is really the only place the wire channel is required. Actually, I can probably do it down this side here where the wire is going to run to come through down into the bottom. So, but this little piece I just cut off will more than cover this little area in here. Sure do have a lot of blue on the front skirts and display. Looks out of place. Zen. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to talk about that. You know, we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you that it's not going to stay that way. I was waiting to see if anybody was going to point that out. I must say I'm not disappointed that it was you. So let's feed this LED in here. And right to the very, there we go. Okay, this guy's in here. This wire's a bit long, but I'm not gonna, well, I can kind of just maybe tuck it in here. I'm gonna cut a little piece of the channel to put right here. So let's do that right now. Just a tiny piece. Oh, fell under here. Okay, so we're gonna just tuck these, just to tuck a tiny little piece of right in here. Behind. Just to hold these wires up here from popping out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Yes, thank you. If you are watching and you are not subscribed, well, I don't know what to say other than hit that button. Okay. Let's just, there we go. My fingers are big. Ah, we got it in. Okay, now this guy's going to plug into the top one here. There we go. So there's those two. I could tuck this one up under away here a little bit, which I might just do. We have some loose wires hanging here. I could bring them up and just tuck them under here with a piece of channel covering. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Ah, hello Rex. Hello, hello, hello. You can buy that channel cover on Maker Parts. Just put it on top of the bottom extrusions and keep all the bits and pieces out of it and make the bottom easy to clean out. Yeah. I'll show you in a second here. Let me just tuck this little piece in under here. Just to keep these wires from popping out. Whoops. I just want to keep this as neat as possible. There we go. Tack that up there, keep those wires. So there, all we really have showing If I flip back over to this side, all we really have showing, it's hard to see even, it's just a tiny little wires up in the corner here. And now we're going to run, this wire is what's going to run to the main board. So, speaking of channel thing, I have, now the question with me whenever I say I have something is, where did I put it? But I do have, let me see, show you guys. You'll have to take my word for it. I put it away somewhere. And don't know where I put it. But I do have some actually really good, it almost feels like silicone, and I have black and red that I had bought off a local supplier here. And I bought it was dirt cheap. I bought like, I think 6 feet of black, 6 feet of red, and it was like $9 or something. So I do have a little bit of spare channel covering if I need it. Actually, I should pull the red out and highlight the channels in this with red, actually. If I were to just do all the external channels in red, but yeah, no, I got to put the covers on, right? The covers are going to go on, but even the internal bottom channels in red. Hey, we'll see. Hey, Zexalter, no big deal. Hey, since you're here, I have not opened this yet, which I received from you, Zexalter. I have not opened it. Let's open this in a minute. Okay, for now, let's switch back to this guy, and we're gonna get the this wire going, and this is the LED strip. So this guy is gonna plug in to the top here. So we have 3 plugs up here. The 2 strips are plugged, and this is kind of the hot wire. And so this one's gonna come in, and we're gonna run this one down. I wonder if I can sneak that in behind. No, I can't sneak that in behind there. This is going to run down this channel and down with this bundle of wires and right in underneath and into the depths of the main board. So for now, I will just cut a little piece of channel for here, which this is the perfect length. Hey Nuno, hello, welcome. Hola Nuno, boas festas. So that says, hello Nuno, Merry Christmas, or festive season. I'm trying to show off and think I know what you're saying, but I think I was pretty close. Cool. Welcome to the channel. Okay. Get in there. Okay, there's that one piece, so we have that up top here. Now we just kind of have to come around the back. I'm not going to try and force that in, or can I force that in behind there without coming in contact with my belts? I might be able to. Let's just see. No, that's pretty tight, so that's okay. So now we're just going to grab some zip ties, and we will just zip tie this LED cable down along this other bunch here, and we'll call that good. I don't want to undo that bundle again and have to redo it, so if I just kind of add it to those, that's going to be good. Me learn Portuguese? No! I was just reading, but I got it. I kind of figured it was 'tis the season, and I assumed that the word festas is like festival. There we go. So it was a lucky guess. Obrigado e igualmente. Igualmente. Stay strong. I have no idea. I'm trying. I'm sorry, but you know, some people would say, no, you're not, but I'm saying, yeah, I'm too old. I'm too old and my brain is too full to learn a new language. I am, no, non-fam, don't be offended. I am French Canadian, but I cannot speak French if you held a gun to my head and said speak French, other than your basic, you know, touristy type French. I think I've got to slide this in here. I don't have enough room in this other bundle to get this through that hole, so we're going to go down this hole here. It's close. Okay. It's close. Well, the little graphic of the muscle kind of gave something away. Okay, so we're just going to sneak this down this little hole, this opening here, because it's pretty tight, the rest of the bundle going into that other hole. So we're just going to tie this guy off here. And again, it's just one wire sneaking its way through, so we're good with that. Okay, let me grab a pair of snippers, and we will snip dingle. Snip dingle. What movie was that from, Snip Dingle? It was a guy, I think it was an old John Candy movie when they were joining the army, and the guy had something in his hair, and they snip dingled all his hair off. Anyways, so there we go. We have the LEDs wired up. Relatively clean looking over here. Wire running down, and then we're underneath. Now we just got to go under, flip it over, get in the main board, and let's see where the... Oh, let's address Zenbender's first comment. So, or one of Zenbender's comments. Yes, there's a lot of blue in the front. I attempted to break that a bit by putting green for the little part that holds it on the angle, right? The green skirt part. But yeah, I wasn't happy when I saw blue, blue, blue. So, the reason I did this blue is I was lazy, okay? I had missed printing this part here, which is called the, I forget the specific name of this part, the skirt part, but I forgot to print that. So I had to do it in blue to maintain the outer blue skirt colors, right? So while I had this printing in blue, I thought, oh, let's just throw this part on and print it in blue because it's, what, a nickel's worth of filament. And then when I put it together, I said, but I've got blue, just a splash of green and blue, but there's too much blue, and you are right, Zen. So who's leaving? Jose, goodbye, sir. It's late for you, I realize that, yeah. So thank you for popping in. I do appreciate it. And we'll catch you, hopefully we'll see you on the New Year's stream on Sunday. I think I have that starting a half hour earlier than normal at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken, but you can double check on my YouTube notification. So thank you very much. Have a good Brian Vines. Well, hello, sir. How are you? The part is called the Doodle Bopper. You got that right, Brian. No, there's actually a name for it. I'm surprised that Zenbender or Zexalter haven't spoken up and told me the name of that part yet. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, so that's why I did it. I do want to reprint this. I'm thinking red or yellow, because we've got, you know, the other sides are basically blue, red, and yellow. And back here we've got red, blue, and yellow. And of course here and here. Whereas here, I'm thinking yellow because we've got some red. We got splashes of yellow in the Voron logos in here. I'm thinking yellow though, because we've got red on the corners. So and actually, oh, I was going to say I have yellow ABS on here, the Polymaker, but I don't. But I should put some yellow Polymaker on and print that part in yellow. So there we go. Yes, yes, yes. James L., hello, sir. They tell you you're adequate. Well, hey, you know what? You're more than adequate, Brian. Trust me. Especially, I'm envious of your hair. Let's just leave it at that. Because I'm challenged that way. So, anyways, let's turn this over. Let's see, where'd my wire come out? Right there. So let's just flip this on its side. It's a good, that's probably a good 30 pounds right now. Okay, I'm going to flip it on its back. And the only reason I don't need to, but I am, through the entire build, I'm used to looking at this board this way. So I just want to look at the way it's supposed to go. Now I just need to find where I've got to plug the LED strips into here. So look how bright that looks in there. It's just anyways. Okay. Let me look on the instructions on LED on Voron, or on the let me share my display on the LDO site for the LDO specific electronics. And there's going to be one of these images that's going to tell me where the LEDs plug into. And it's down a little further. There's our chamber tool head. Nope, a little further. Not that one. Filter fan, Ethernet, LED strip. There we go. That's what we're looking for, the LED strips. So we have the PCB fan and the filter fan, and it plugs in. So let's just see what we got here. PCB fan is there. We have the filter fan. Okay, so we have the filter fan and the PCB fan right here. I can probably get you guys just a tad closer. There we go. And it looks like they skip a port. They skip one, and then the LED goes in right next to the, right here. So we have the filter fan, skip one, and then the LED. So let's kind of string this up. Man, I'm getting full of wires in the back here. And the disadvantage of putting the skirts on now is that it's a little tight to get my hands in here, but I'll figure it out. So I'm going to pop this top Speedway Raceway cover off. We'll run this guy up in behind the PCB and up through this channel, and we'll go along here, and then we'll double back, pop it out right here, and then this can go in. Oh man, make sure you put the plug in the right way. Yeah, it all fell out. That's okay. I should have just plugged it in first. Right in there. Now we'll feed it in. Come back along here. Up in behind. Like so. Let's get this cover back on. And come on, there we go. And Bob's your uncle. Well, some people have an Uncle Bob. I happen to have an Uncle Bob. There we go. This should officially, I'm not going to say officially because I got to be sure, but this pretty much should complete the wiring underneath. This should be all the wiring underneath. We've got our chamber fans. We've got our... No, the only thing... No, that's not true. The only thing that's not wired, and I parked it somewhere, was the filter fan. Now, where did I park that filter fan wire? So the filter fan is basically the filter that's going to go on the back when it's built, and it just basically comes out the back, and that's the chamber filter fan. And I plug that end in here, and then I kind of park the wire somewhere until I get that built. Where I parked it is beyond me, but it will be down yonder. It's in here. It's in here somewhere, but I'm not worrying about that. That's after I get it all, you know, softwared and firmwared up and everything like that. So you have one or two hairs. Yes. Keystone. Thank you, Zen. Cat 5 keystones and such. That's a keystone panel. I knew you'd come up with it. I just never remember the name. Okay, so we have this done. Now I could put the bottom cover on, but that's just going to have to come off again anyways, because I got to get in here because I'm going to replace this, because we're going to print this in yellow. So we are Now, the only other thing that I've got to get on here is the, I've got to finish attaching the clicky probe, which has got to be adjusted, etc., when I get this all. But I could put the actual probe body on and the probe carriage, because we have the probe carriage here, and we have somewhere amongst my tidied up area is the actual probe. So let's do that. Let's stand this guy up again. Keystone, thank you. There we go. We'll stand that up. Pull this forward because the clicky probe, it's going to go on. It's going to go on right back here. Right back kind of in here. You can't kind of see it because it's on a, you can't see through stuff, but yeah, trust me, it's going on right back in here. Actually, if I show you this, there we go. It's going back on this guy. Right. Yeah, you can't even see that. So just trust me. It's going in there. It really is. Where did I put the probe? Not that I need the probe, because really the body itself is going to mount kind of right here, like this. I'm going to probably go right anywhere in here so that when this comes back, the hot end's going to be able to pick up the probe. That's going to have to definitely come out a lot more. Oh no, maybe not, because the actual probe mount's going to go on here. Where did I put that? Let me just have a look. It's here somewhere. I was cleaning up today, getting ready for tonight, and I put the I put everything aside, and oh, I'll bet I put it in here so it wouldn't get lost. I'll bet I put it in here so I don't lose it. Here's me digging through this thing again, like I said I wasn't going to have to. It's not in here. Where is it? Huh. Oh, there it is. It slipped under my ATEM. Found it. So, now that I've got this together, we need to assemble this, just one little piece here. We need to put the probe body, or the probe dock, on the front of the probe body here. And then this is where the actual probe comes and, oops, it goes this way because the probe comes and docks just like that. And I'm wondering if I need to reprint that. I think I'm okay. When I was tightening that one screw down, I cracked just a tiny crack on that, but as long as that's docking fine, and as long as it's going to pick up on the hot end fine, we should be okay. I don't think, and you won't see that. Nobody would even see it if I didn't point it out. But yeah, and Zen, I did actually change this, and I made it blue instead of all red. I put some blue in there, so I don't want to hear any complaining about this probe being the same color. Hey, red light, how are you, sir? Friendship lights, yes. Did I make the turntable? It's awesome. Yes, I did. I love that mat you have on the bench. It's from a company called Uline, and it's just basically a Uline. You guys have Uline in the U.S. It's Uline. The part number is H178. H8178, and it's just a workbench mat, 36 by 22. It's two-sided. The other side is black, and I just decided to go with this side because it's I've used the other side and it's kind of butchered. So this side is kind of funky. The only thing is on this camera here, the odd time. Now let's see if I can get it to do it, and it's kind of funny. Let's see if I can get this camera to do it. If I switch over to this one. Now let's just see if it's going to do it or make me a liar. Down. No, it's on the wrong. Oh, it's because it's on the wrong view. If I switch down to workbench view, watch this. Let's see if this does it. Now if I watch it, it's going to Maybe because there's too much here. It was doing it today for me, but watch. Oh, there's too much stuff. If I clear this part off, hang on, there, see if it does it. It doesn't know where to focus. No, it's not doing it now. It was going in and out. It was focusing first on the black, then on the white, then on the black, then on the white. But if I put something on the bench, it would stop. It was kind of funny. So it was having issues focusing because of the black and white checker pattern. So it's not doing it now. It's making me a liar. So to you, camera, for making me a liar. Then, okay, this was all red to begin with. I even have the blue part. I have the red one I just threw out. It was all red to begin with. Where's the yellow? How did I make the turntable? Well, pretty simple. Standard sheet of plywood. It is, let's see, where are we here? So it's just standard. I think this is a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch piece of plywood. And the bottom, go on Amazon and just look up a 12-inch Lazy Susan. And you get basically a bare bones Lazy Susan. And you can screw the Lazy and center it, and screw it onto the middle of this thing underneath, and that's it. That's as simple as it is. The Lazy Susan's like 15, 20 bucks. I think probably 15 US dollars. Just grab this piece of wood. I actually got pre-cut. I think it's 2 feet by 2 feet, something like that, or whatever. Just cut yourself a piece of plywood. Make sure it's nice, smooth, so you're not getting slivers. And yeah, it's simple. And Amazon, Lazy Susan 12-inch. And it's just a 2-piece metal Lazy Susan with screw holes in it. And yeah, it makes building and showing off a printer so much easier than me having to lift it over and everything like that. Yeah, HomeDepot.com, anywhere. You can buy Lazy Susans anywhere. Just once when you remove the stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can buy raw. I mean, if I show you real quick here, I'll show you actually the one I got. Amazon I found to be the cheapest. You don't want to buy something that's already got wood and everything on it, because you're just paying for something you're not going to use. So if I go to Amazon.ca and if I go Lazy Susan 12-inch, not 12-foot, Lazy Susan, it's something like, well, that one's 36. Oh, they've gone up in price. Oh my goodness. But you're just looking for something not even like that. There's that's too heavy duty. You don't need anything really heavy. Something just like this. I don't know, they're 30s, maybe they've gone up in price, but they're going to be less than the US. But you just basically have a raw. Now this one's too heavy duty as well. I'm trying to find the one that I got. They don't seem to have it. They don't necessarily always carry them, but yeah, you just basically want the raw guts of a Lazy Susan without having to buy the whole thing. So yeah, but that's all you look for. And you can get them Amazon, you can get them, I bet, on Amazon.com. I bet there's much more selection for you folks down in the US. Yeah, right there. Like, look at that. 12-inch Lazy Susan, $24.99. This is similar to the one I got right here. Very similar to this one, okay? So you have the holes in it. It's pretty raw, and, you know, you can just screw it on right there. This is how you make your own, yada, yada, yada. So similar idea. So, yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's kind of what you want to look for. Okay. So, yes, to answer your questions, Zenbender, just live with it, okay? It is what it is. You're not going to make me print more. You're not going to guilt me into printing more colors for this thing. I was thinking, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, and I can do 6 colors. No, it's not worth it right now. Okay, anyways. So I need to screw this on this, and I believe they tell me what length screws I need. That's gotta, make sure I don't get that upside down. And that's gonna go in, that parks this way. Okay, so I believe it is, it doesn't matter if I believe, I don't have to really hunt for them, because I can actually just pull this out, go to my screw side, this side. Sorry, that's loud, I know, especially if you're in headphones. And I believe the M3 by 12s are going to be the right size. I do believe. Let me see. Where's my... Let's see. Nope. Oops. M3 by 12s are too short, so let's go to the M3 by 20s. That's the one. That might even be too long, so we'll just do 16s. So I think I can get away with 16s here. Yeah, 16s are fine. Like that. And I know, red on red, I should have a separating color here, but hey. Okay, so the dock gets screwed on like so. Hey, in the old streams, I'd still be looking for the screws. And then boom, that just kind of magnetizes into the dock. Now, we're going to get to this in a moment. This is exciting. If I come back over here and I switch you guys to this guy and I switch, boom, this guy is going to go kind of right here in that area, and then when the hot end comes back, it's going to pick up. Oh, that was nasty pickup, and then it's going to dock and move out of the way. Boom, and when it comes in, it's going to come out, and it's going to kind of pick that up, do its thing, and dock it, and out of the way. So that's going to work fine. Okay, so we will pop that out for now. Now this is all going to have to be adjusted, of course, based on everything. So we're going to have to adjust the position of this based on the position of the hot end, etc., etc., etc. So, but that's why we printed the adjustable mounting bracket, so that we can adjust it up and down and this way and this way. But up and down wise, I think I've got it bang on right now, because of course this doesn't move at all. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I may be right on up and down, so for now. So anyways, I got to put two M5 T-nuts in here because we're using M5 screws to attach this. So what I'll do to make this easy to see is we'll lay it down on its back. Oh, no, we won't. Actually, if I lay it down in the back, this thing's going to come back and be in my way. So we'll just do it up this way. Susan who invented it. Ah, could be. I don't know. If you had something called a lazy Susan, you might insult some Susans. Okay. We need some M5 T-nuts, which we got right here. Thanks to my nice organized system, I found them like that. Okay. So we're going to throw an M5. Let's move this up out of the way. Let's get the T-nuts in here. These ones, I have trouble with these M5s with getting them in the hole, slotted in there perfectly. So what I end up doing is getting it part way in, taking a bolt, screwing the bolt in, and there we go. And that kind of sets the T-nut right in where it's got to be. So there we go. And then this guy. Got to make sure I put these T-nuts in so that the holes are... Oh, that one went in kind of almost too easy. So I'm putting them in so the holes are kind of close together, because the holes on this thing are very close together. So now we're just going to take this and we're going to line up the T-nuts. Whoops, as we drop our wrench on the bench. It's like an elf on the shelf, wrench on a bench. There we go. And I think I'm going to need, let's see, probably M510 button heads. Yeah, I think M510 button heads would be fine. Could be wrong. Let's see if that's going to fit. Yeah, that's going to fit, so we're good. And we'll just fit this kind of, let's just snug this. Let's move this as far this way as we can. Doesn't matter because I'm going to tell it where to go pick it up anyways. Unless we can just leave it right here. In that position like so. Okay. So from overhead you can kind of see where this is sitting now. So now I'm going to put the, I can adjust the up and down right now, no problem. And actually I think this can probably go all the way back right there. Let's just see. So if I put the probe in there and I bring the hot end back, height wise, I'm a little bit high. So if I lower this just a hair, I've got these loosened off. Okay. Now if I come in, still a bit high. I don't want it pushing on this at all. It's got to come in and the probe's just going to magnetize right up to it. Okay. That looks about right there. Okay, it's actually probably a tad low now. Play with it a little bit here. There we go. Comes in and picks it up. Oops. When it drops it off, you just got to make sure it's lined up, which is done in the firmware. And then it drops it off. Okay, so that height is pretty good. So for now, I'm going to lock it in at this height by tightening these 4 screws. Okay. And we're going to double check it because sometimes when you tighten they settle. So let's come in. There we go, picked it up, no problem. Docked it and out of the way. Okay, so I think we're even good with the setting as far as how far out it is now too. So we're going to tighten these. There's 4 more little bolts in here to tighten that lock it into its in and out position. Now one of the fixed mounts might have worked, but on the 2.4 when I built the fixed mount and it was way off, so I ended up having to do this adjustable one anyways. So this is the, I was going to say this is the easy part of the clicky probe, is getting this part done, but really the whole thing is not bad. Once you understand the firmware and the config file and the numbers to adjust on the config file, and basically all the numbers do is adjust as you basically put, you're gonna park your head in this position, you're gonna take a reading of your X and Y coordinates, you plug that in and it knows where to go X and Y to pick it up. And it'll also know where to drop it off. I might still be a bit high on that. I'm just going to see this. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah, so we're good. So yeah, so that's going to be good. So there's the clicky probe mount put in, all set. Next thing we work on for this is in the firmware, and as I say, there's a config file for this that's going to tell the head where to pick that up and how to drop it off, how to pick it up. Okay, so we can put that back. that's that done. Lazy suiting. According to lore, Thomas Jefferson invented the device. Let's just read this as you're reading. Thomas Jefferson invented the device which was known as dumbwaiter for his daughter Susan. Interesting. Well, there is a dumbwaiter, right? Dumbwaiter is what lifts things up and down between floors. So, anyways, and I will have the ability, hopefully sooner than later, to pop comments up on screen during my live streams. I just haven't set that up yet, so I may need a little assistance with that. I've got the plug-in I think I need for it, but anyways. So now that we're at this point, let's go ahead and open this package. Are you still on here, Zixelter? So Zixelter sent me a package. It got here. We're going to open it. It's giving me, he sent me a package that's going to give me more work. More work. I know there's a tear strip on it, but yeah, I like to show off my Cutco scissors. Aha. Okay. Inside the box we have, inside the envelope we have a box. Okay, we have a box. We have a taped box. Dum dum dum. The tension in the air is thick as a knife. Okay. No, thick as so thick you can cut it with a knife. There we go. Voron. Look at this. Look what he sent me. Look. Ready? Voron tap kit. Yay! Awesome. Oh, I got a note. I don't know if I can read it out loud. Let's see. Nice. Thank you, Zixelter. He says, thank you for all the awesome hours of entertainment. Oh, he says, thank you for all the awesome hours of entertainment. Here is a complete tap kit, even the printed parts and Polymaker B1K ASA. Hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Printed parts and all. Wow. So we have a complete Voron tap kit. And we have all the printed parts. Awesome. That rocks, man. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Oh, look at these parts. These are beautiful. Nice. Who'd you get to print these? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. These look great. Black Sea. Oh, Black Sea. Okay. Oh, these are nice. Oh, that is beautiful. I like that color. Oh, I'm going to have to get me some of that filament. That is beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at these are great parts. Look at these. These are awesome. Nice prints there, Zixelter. Beautiful. These are clean, sharp. I like the color. It's not, it's a different black. It's almost got a hue of a gray to it. I really like that black. That is awesome, man. Oh, I wasn't expecting the printed parts, but that's awesome. Thank you so much. That is great. Well, that gives me, that's going to go on. Well, now I just got to decide, do I want the tap kit to go on the, can it go on the Trident? I know I can put it on the 2.4, because I do have the Clockwork 2 on both. And then there's the other printed parts. Oh, very cool. That is awesome. Yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. And then we have the, let's have a look at the kit here. So we have, that's probably a sensor. I'm not going to unwrap this. Well, I guess I can, and I can just tape it back up. I'm curious to see what it is. This is probably the optical sensor. Let's have a peek. Oh no, those are the magnets. Okay, those are magnets. Okay, we have some magnets here. And then we have the linear rail. So it's just a little, I think it's like a 50mm linear rail. And he even, I think he even said he already lubed it up for me too, cleaned it and lubed it for me. So, man, you're spoiling me. And then we, there's the optical sensor right there. Okay, we have the optical sensor, and then the hardware. We have some heat sinks, some bolts. Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to doing this build. N52 mags, super strong. Yeah, there's some of those magnets. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Okay, I will definitely be scheduling a stream to do this tap kit in the new year. This is probably going to go on this guy right here. So, thank you again. I appreciate that. That was so nice. That's awesome. And I keep all my notes. I just keep them because, just like I keep all my stickers. Now, speaking of stickers, I don't think I've mentioned this on stream, but I did thank him. Dave Wilson, you guys all know David Wilson. He sent me a really nice little Christmas card. And then he sent me this snap-out model. I should have done it on stream, but I didn't. But basically, it was a model that came in a snap-out frame like this. And it is called rothmech.com. And it was a snap-out puzzle, and you build a sled out of it. And the thing even steers. Look at this. It's a steering sled. It's so cool. And you can use it and hang it. It's probably meant to be hung as a Christmas tree ornament. So that's going on the tree next year. And then also this beautiful 3D printed nativity scene. So you hang that in a window and the light's going to shine through it. And it's really awesome. So anyways, Dave Wilson, thank you so much for that. That is greatly appreciated. And I got one more goodie in the mail. Now this one probably was meant to arrive earlier because it was mailed on the 15th of November. But it just arrived last week. And this was from DB3D Dan. I had won some nozzles on a stream of his a while ago, and I received, it's a Micro Swiss. These are A2 plated wear resistant nozzles, 0.6mm and a 1mm nozzle from Micro Swiss that I won on Dan's stream. Thank you very much, Dan. I know you may not be on here, but hey. And then he sent me a bunch of stickers. I love the stickers. I got a TH3D sticker. I got a Auto Drop 3D sticker, Mike from Auto Drop, you guys know him, and of course Tim from TH3D. Not sure whose sticker this is. Oh, this is a temporary tattoo. And then I have a sticker from Millennium HVAC and 3D printing. So, I love these stickers. And of course an LDO motor sticker. I have a few of those. So, but he didn't send me a DB3D sticker. Dan, yeah, I know. I probably already have a bunch of yours. I think did I print your stickers? I don't remember. Anyways, awesome. So we received some really nice stuff, but that tap kit, man, that takes the cake. That's awesome. So, yes, Richard, I'm looking forward to doing that stream as well. So you make sure if you're subscribed, which you probably are, and you'll get notification when I do that stream. I said doo-doo. Okay, so let's have a look now. So, according to the LDO specific instructions for this printer, I'm going through and making sure we got everything done. We got the display hooked up, we got the Pi power hooked up, we got the RPI data hooked up, the Raspberry Pi data. Now the only other thing I haven't done is downloaded the configuration, but I think I need to maybe just plug this in and make sure everything's going to power up without any magic smoke. I do not need to have firmware in to power it up to see if it's going to work. So, and I'm just going to do one more thing here, and that is going to be, let's switch back. I'm going to open up really quick. I'm losing chat here for a moment. Paul Cumber, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year over here. We will have a Happy New Year. It's going to be great. I'm going to pop open really quick. If I can find the file, I'm going to pop open the assembly manual for the Trident. Is that it right here? That's the... Is that my... No, that's the 01. Where's the Trident assembly manual? Let me just pop it open and see if this is it. I just want to make sure I haven't missed any steps. Oh, of course you want me to sign into the account again. Adobe, I'm sharing the account with my office, so. Okie doke. And who do I get to kick out of here? I get to kick out my computer at work. Oh no, that's a 2.2 build, so I need to find the actual Trident manual. Where, I know I have it here. I was sure that was it. There we are, manual. Okay, let's just open this guy up. Bring it over to this window. There we are. Okay, let me pop chat back up on screen so I can see what you guys are all saying. There we are. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so we have the Trident manual up. So I'm basically just going to pop through here really quick and make sure I didn't miss any steps towards the end. Of course. Oops, that's the beginning. I want the end down back this way. Okay. So we got the skirts all on. We got everything on here. Boom, boom. Okay, yeah. Then we're getting into the wiring we've taken care of through the LDO documentation. And bottom panel I'm not putting on yet just because I've still got, say, the chamber fan to go, right? Which is not even on at this point. And then we have bottom panel hardware. I haven't even printed the hardware for any of the panels yet. And then we have panels and finishing touches. So I think we're ready to plug in and hit the power button and see if we get any magic smoke. And then we're ready to start doing some software. You always power up first time with nothing hooked to the power supplies and check its output voltage. That's probably smart too, because why be sorry when you can be safe? So let's lay this down. Okay. Okay, so I like that idea. So if I go ahead and all I really have to do is unhook these ones here. Hang on, I don't even have the right camera showing, so let me zoom in on this a little bit and we can do this journey together. And yeah, I like Zixelter's or Zenbender, sorry. I like I like Zen's reasoning there. So we're going to unhook these guys here. So it's just basically 3 reds and a black. So all we have coming in is main power. And then we're going to check these outputs to make sure we aren't putting out too much power. That's actually very smart and probably worth the extra 5 minutes. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to test out my new multimeter. Okay. So these are our mains coming in. So let's go ahead and undo these. This is what's sending all the power out to the printer. Now, the only other... Yeah, so our mains are coming in. I'm through here. So all we're really going to power is we're going to power up the SSR, but we're not going to power our Pi or our main board. Chances of blowing something in here is nil, and if you blow an SSR, big deal. If you blow a main board or the Pi, especially the Pi, you're kind of hooped, especially with Pis. I think Pis are coming back, but I think they're still a little difficult to get, and they're expensive. So, do any of you know how to mix color in FlashForge Creator Pro? I just got one for Christmas. Mix color? I don't know. Mix color. Okay, so we're going to undo these 3 reds and the black. Right there. There we go. So we got no power getting to the boards. We just have mains power coming in. So let's try this. Let's grab a plug. Okay. I got to kind of hang this over. Kind of like this. Oh, because my plug is here. Actually, if I just turn this, let me turn this 90 degrees. There we go. Okay. We're off. Okay, we're plugged in. And let's turn on the main. We should get a green light on the power supply here, and then we'll check the voltages out. Okay, let's... No smoke. Okay, we got our green light on our power supply. Okay, let's see. We should be getting 24 volts out of all of these. So this is my new meter. So I am in DC 600 volts AC. So I want DC. So I want to be plugged into this side. And I want to be turned up to the 12. No, I want to be turned up to the DC voltage. I think that's that side right there. I want DC volts. No, that's not. Is that right? No. Why am I reading a 51 volt? I just read your manual, Tim. No, I don't need to read my manual. That's DC volts, 10 mega ohm input. Or should I be on the other side? Let's just see. No, I was on the right side. Let's have a look. So we have our positive here. Okay. Now let's set this up so you guys can see it too. This thing has a nice little stand on it. There we go. I don't know if you can actually read that. Oh, there we are. Which camera? Oh, no wonder. I got to switch this view. Oh yeah, you guys can read that. So we go to the here and here. Something just sparked. That shouldn't have happened. Oh, you know why? This wire touched it. Positive, negative. What is going on? It read it earlier. Something. Why are you sparking? We got sparks. Why are you sparking? You shouldn't be sparking. I read you earlier and you had 24, you were reading 22.8 volts. What did I do? What did I do? Why are you... Something shorted in here. Am I using my meter wrong? With my meter off, let's just see. Nothing should happen. If I touch the positive and I touch the negative, why is it sparking? Okay. What am I doing wrong, guys? Reading the output voltage. Oh, I still have the green light, yeah. Yeah, the green light's still good. So we haven't done anything to the power supply, but why am I sparking when I touch the negative and positive, even when the meter's off? Unless yeah, this is on the right, we're on DC. Now, let me, if I unplug that, now I'm me, I'm paranoid. If we do that and touch the, okay, so when we're unplugged from the meter, we're not getting the sparks. I wonder if the meter is causing a short. Well, should it be on the right side? Do I not want the, okay, maybe on the right side. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of the meter. Okay, let's see. We want DC. Maybe that's it. Could that be it? Was I a new meter, so, you know. Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay, Zen, you were right. You were right. So here we go. You can kind of see that. Yeah, you can kind of see that right there. That's what it was. Thank goodness I didn't blow anything. So there we go. We have 24 volts on the nose. Coming out of all. Yeah. 24 volts on the nose. So we're pretty good. And I'm just going to check every ground and every plus to make sure. There we go, 24.0. So we're good. Okay. Current side of the meter is a shunt. That's interesting. On my other meter, so down here I have continuity. On my other meter I have to switch sides for continuity and voltage. This is just, I just have to get used to this meter. Okay, anyways, we got 24 volts. Whew, scared me for a second there. Hey, we had sparks. That should make this stream go viral. Let me cover up my pins. Well, at least now I know which side to plug in on this meter. I don't even have to swap sides for doing continuity now. That's good. Okie doke. Whew. Okay, let's power it off. Let's unplug it. And let's put these wires back in. Sparks are good for content. Give the guy who adjusted in the factory a raise. Yeah, well, I wonder if I put a different meter on it, if it would come out different, you know. But 24 right on the nose, and that's a decent meter I got. That was a new meter, and it's a decent meter. Okay, let's get these on here. Come on, get in there. Okay, let's tighten these up while I got my hands on them. Yeah, it's very rare to catch it bang on the zero, on the 0.0 for the output on that. Okay, and red. And black. Here we go. Okay, there's my little plastic case. I don't need this, but hey, what the heck? Let's put that on. Just keeps dusting my fingers out. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready plug it in and see if anything else blows. Okay, power. Okay. No smoke. No smoke. Are we ready? And 3, 2, 1. Okay. We have green light, we have red light on the Pi, and we have red lights on the main board. We'll let it sit. We have flashing red, that's fine. It just means it's looking for, what do I do? There's actually a lot more red lights on this than I thought there was. We got a red light up here. We got a red light here, and a flashing red light there. And the Pi, we've got red and green, which is fine. So the Pi is getting power. And we'll let it go and just make sure there's no final smoking happening. I'm not smelling anything, which is good. All good. Everything points to this being wired up, so far wired up correctly. Now if I stick my tongue, I'm just kidding. I'm not sticking my tongue on anything. Do a 5.2 volt on the Raspberry Pi, 5 volt power supply. 5.2 volt. Well, the Pi is being powered from here. So we don't have a separate 5 volt power supply. We're powering the Pi off of the main board. I could always check the power coming into it, just for fun. Let's just see. Let's not blow it this time. Let's just see how much voltage is coming in off the into the Pi. So DC volt. So we have the black and the red. Oh, come on. .92 coming into the Pi. 492. I don't know if that's adjustable because it is being powered off the main board. Now, I don't know if there's a potentiometer. I think that's what it's called, a potentiometer on the main board to adjust that output power. But I think that's close enough to 5. Should be good. Yeah, I think other than Zenbender's hang up on this blue cover, which I got to reprint. Thanks, Zen. You lost a Pi to over voltage from an octopus. Okay, it won't have an adjustable for me. No, only if you're using a separate 5 volt. Yeah, well, we're 4.92, so we're not overvolting the Pi, which is good. So 4.92 is fine. I don't even need to bother checking the outputs on here because we're going to be outputting the appropriate, we hope, power from out here. So yeah, I think we're good. So let's power it off. And I think now we're ready to, now I think this is where I need to do some thinking. I'm going to have an interesting time getting my SD card into the Pi because I've got the display cable going straight in here and the SD card's got to go right in above that cable. So we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm ready to look at firmware and software and get some stuff going that way. Let's see where are we at time-wise right now. Okay, we're at 8 o'clock. I can go for another hour. Yeah, I'd hate to lose a Pi these days as well, Alan. That'd be crazy. So, okay, this is the part where okay, we came supplied for the main board. We came supplied with a 128 megabyte card. And for the Pi, we came with a 32 gigabyte Kingston Technology micro SD card. That's a good SD card. So let me just No, I'm not going to open that yet because we got to do some stuff on the computer first. So there is a link. Let me see what I need to do. I believe this is where I get a little bit, okay, I'm still a little bit green behind the ears, wet behind the collar, whatever you want to call it, as far as getting this stuff started. So how many flashes will it take to get it to show up on the network? You know what, Zen? 1. And if it takes any more, it's because of your comment on the blue cover on the front. So it's going to be your fault if it doesn't take it in 1 flash. So, okay, so first we need to create our boot drive or our flash drive for the main board, and I can do that by opening, I believe, the Raspberry Pi imager. No, hang on a minute here. Hang on a minute here. This is where I get a little bit confused. There might be, let me check the let me check the LDO documentation really quick here. Now that you're completed, it's time to follow the software installation. Follow the Big Tree Tech Octopus software configuration, but remember to use the LDO Clipper config file, which is what we'll do. So we're going to need to find the software installation. Is that going to open a new window for me? And then we're going to follow, we're going to do mainsail. Okay. You've dead 3 pies you cannot bring myself to throw out. However, I'm not smart enough to repair. I have a dead pie that came, it was a pie that came into my first Voron 01 kit from LDO, but I had a spare pie to put in it. So let's go to the display here and let's see what I got to do here. Actually, I'm going to go back. I want to keep this window open. I'm going to right mouse click and duplicate this tab. And then we're going to go and Voron software installation. Okay, mainsail is a lightweight. Installing mainsail. Let's go ahead and go to the instructions here. Download and install Pi Imager, which I've got. Choose the OS. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what to do here. So Pi Imager I have. So let me open the Pi Imager app. Which screen is in the bottom right there? Let me, because I want to keep this window open while we do this, but I want to also switch this camera. Let me get rid of this camera here. Just bear with me a sec, guys. Live streaming at its best. Oh, I can't. That's why. So what I'm going to do is do this. I'm going to move this up a little bit. There we go. Woo! And we are going to go to the display. We're going to add, and this is mostly so that you can, see the expression on my face when I screw something up here. So we'll put this down towards the bottom here. There we go. Baha. Okay. Okay, so let's open the Pi Imager, which I'm pretty sure I already have on my system. Pi. No, I don't want putty, I want Pi. Raspberry Pi Imager. Here we go. Okay. Yes, I trust it. And where did it go to? Here we are. Okay, so we have the Raspberry Pi Imager right here. Okay, now I'm pretty sure the rest is pretty self-explanatory, but we need to choose our OS, and we are going to go with, I think it's Other General Purpose OS. I could be wrong. No, it's not. It is, I'll find it. Other Specific Purpose OS, 3D Printing, Mainsail OS, right here. That's what we want, Mainsail. Okay, and then we want Raspberry Pi SBC RPI 32 or RPI 64. Okay, that's Interesting question. Do I have a Pi 32 or a Pi 64? I have... So do I have a 32-bit or a 64-bit Pi? Tell me. I have a Pi. Oh man, that type is so darn small. How do they expect a guy like me to read that without actually cheating and taking a picture of it and blowing it up? Oh, mine's a 64-bit for sure? Okay. I believe you. It's a 4B I have, so yeah, 64-bit for sure, 4B. Okay. Okie doke. So we'll do this one, and we'll choose our storage. So I need to open this memory card. With my skizzers. Yeah, it's a Pi 4B. I kind of get dumb when it comes to computer terminology and stuff. I know that my PC is a 64-bit. Okay, come on, open up, and here we go. Man, this thing's packaged like Fort Knox. Here, maybe if I just do this, and this, and this. There we go. Okay. And holy crap, get out of there. There we go. We have a memory card. Yay! Okay, let's, man, where's my, my card reader? I just need to find my card reader. I got the card out of Fort Knox. 32 bits can address 4 gigs if there is any real reason to use 64 bits on a Pi that doesn't have more RAM. Interesting. I have a card reader. It's funny that my PC doesn't have one built into it, but where is my card reader? I think it's in... I have not used it in a while because I don't transfer data to micro SD cards for printers anymore. Where did I put my card reader, guys? Where would I put? No. Okay, give me 1 sec. Aha! I knew it wasn't far. I have it. So I'm going to plug it in to my PC. There we go. And take the card and plug the card in. There we go. Aha! I knew it wasn't far. I have 1 or 2 of them. And I really ought to just leave. I don't know why I even unplugged this one, but anyways, I really ought to just leave them be. Okay, let me choose storage. Mass storage device, 31 gigabytes. I like that. And let's write. Oh, we got to change. We got to change our configuration here. That's right. So we need to go in. Set host name, Raspberry Pi .local. I want this to be called Trident.local. Trident.local. Do we need SSH? I don't think so. Let me think. Did I need that? No. But we do want to configure our local area network. Set username and password. Now, is that not usually? No, it's gonna. Hang on. Excuse me. Excuse me. I believe it defaults to Raspberry and Pi, or Pi and Raspberry anyways, if I don't set it. I don't believe I have to set the password and username. No, I think it's defaulted. Okay, configure wireless local area network. And we are SSID is SHA. What is my wireless? I have to look it up. I have to look this up. Somebody correct me if I am doing something wrong, because this is the part that I don't struggle with, but anyways. So we are called SHA-9036, and then my password is I can hide that. Not that I care if anybody sees it, but let's call it. You never know if there's a local guy watching that's going to steal access to my, wireless LAN country is Canada. Come on, up here eventually. CA, come on, come on, come on. There we are. Local settings. We're fine. It's got my time zone already. Play sound when finished. No, so we're okay. So I think we're okay to save that. I think I got everything in here I need. I got my local name. I've got my SSID. And I've got my password. We save. It isn't a bad thing to turn on SSH. But SSH is a security thing, right? Enable SSH. But I don't necessarily need to password authenticate it, right? Yeah. Or do I? Set authorized keys for Pi. I've never enabled that on any other ones. Let me do it without it for now. I can go in and change that. Or let me think. Use password authentication. Well, okay, well, let's just, I'm going to use the standard Raspberry because I don't want to forget my Pi password. Okay, that works. A bad guy could sell, yes, he could. And we know it's going to be overwritten, so let's go yes. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. Then I've got to go in and something to create my boot. Or my, anyways, I know I got to go in and create a disk for the main board, which we'll figure out how to do because we have Voron instructions right in front of us. Okay, so we'll let this write. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, look at that. My YouTube stream froze. Chat's still going. There we go. $18 people watching still. Yeah, this is the boring part. This is the boring part, trying to get the software installed. It's like, I don't want to sit around and watch this guy do this. I can always tune back in later and see. %. This is when you need the background music. This is because this is like watching paint dry. Oh boy. Oh, let's slice a finger off here. I'm going to mute my mic here for a second, I think. Let's see if I do this, it mutes the mic. Hopefully that was muted. Okay, 30%, 30%. First time, Zenbender, first time it's going to work. Although I really got to get static IPs for these printers. This will be 4 main sale printers. Actually, if you include the rat rig, it's going to be 5. And when I power them off and power them back on, sometimes they maintain the same dynamic IP. This guy's always maintained the 2.4 has always maintained the same dynamic IP of 10.0.0.222. But I don't know, my 01s, it's always a guessing game. We'll figure that out. Yeah. Okie doke. So hopefully everybody here is going to tune in to Sunday's stream. You've seen my thumbnail on it. If you haven't, go look at my thumbnail. You don't want to miss that stream. I'm super excited to open this printer that I've got sitting behind me. I'm super excited to do it. I said I wasn't, but I ended up doing it. It's going to be. I'm getting a lot of paying print jobs at my sign company. So, which one am I more partial to? As far as the printers I've got so far, you mean? Like the 01 or the 24? Is that what you mean, Rich? What am I more partial to? I tend to forget what I said, and then I read a question, and it's like, what was I talking about, and what's the question about? I'm excited to get this Trident up and running. Apparently, it's just as good in its own way. They're both good. I pull out the 01 if I just need to print some small parts, just little parts. They're both really good. The 2.4 has been super reliable. I can just a lot to do with the bed too. I don't have an issue with bed adhesion with this this BQ bed. It looks beat up because I printed a fair bit on it, but I don't have any adhesion issues. I give it a wipe with some alcohol. Oh, that's too bad, Zen. Okay. But yeah, this is a reliable bed. Clean it with the isopropyl, and everything sticks incredibly well to this. As you can kind of see by the background, you can tell I ran a Phoenix on there. Everything sticks extremely well to this bed. So I can reliably, right now with the clicky probe on the 2.4, or we can switch this for a minute. So right now with the clicky probe on this thing, I can reliably basically hit print, walk away, go upstairs, go to bed, whatever, and I don't have to worry about the first layer. I've never had issues with the first layer on this thing, and the prints are done. Not a problem. I've only had one fail, and it was on a tiny little part, and I think it was just, I don't know, maybe I needed to put a little bit more adhesion on that one specific part, but this thing works, it's just extremely well, and the 01s work really well as well. I just have to, if I switch beds on the 01s, I have to obviously make sure that my first layer is going down properly and make that little adjustment as I need it. Whereas with the clicky probe on this, it's all handled automatically, and with the tap that we're going to be putting on it, with the tap kit that Zixelter was very kind to send me, that's going to, again, eliminate the need to babysit the first layer, and apparently it's even way more accurate than the clicky probe, so that'll be good. So we are now at the verifying stage right here. As you can see, we're at the verifying stage. It's all written. We're verifying, and then we can plug it in and see what happens. So, yeah. Add a DHCP reservation. Now that's, I've got to add that to my router. Is that correct? Or my modem that comes in? See, that's I have not done enough, I guess, IT work. Even though I do manage the IT network at my office, we have Macs and they're all networked and all that. But when it comes to getting into the modem and reserving this and reserving that and opening IPs and stuff, I get a little bit, that's kind of where my, it's just a little bit above my pay grade. But I'm sure if I'm sure I can find a YouTube video to follow to do that. And I'm pretty good at following instructions. So, rat rig versus others too. I love my rat rig. I'm going to be honest, I have not used the rat rig in a long time. I got the upgrade kit to the VCore 3.1. I want to do that upgrade, and I want to start using the rat rig even more. It's a great printer for what I've been doing on it and what I have done on it. It's an excellent printer. With the upgrade to the 3.1, apparently it's going to be even better. So we'll see. But I got to do the upgrade to that first. I just haven't had a need for a print that large yet. By the time you get around next month trying to get a tap kit, you imagine everyone will be out of stock or already are. Yeah, I don't. Are the kits even out yet? Well, of course, Zixelter got me one. I have not heard. My local guy has not got them in yet. My local guy, who's a Voron supplier, has not got the tap kit in yet. He is getting the LDO tap kit in when it does come in. So, router or firewall? Okay, it would be my router. It would be my cable provider's router then that I've got to go into. So, which I think is most of the routers. I think it's 192.168, 192.168.0.0 or 0.1. Let's see. No, so it's not 0.0. Is it 0.1? There it is there, yeah. So there's my router there. Do I even know how the password to get into it? Sometimes it's no password, actually. Let's see. No. So then it's usually admin. Let's see. Bad request. Let's try admin. No, it's not admin. Password you just used was found in data breach. Uh-oh. Oops. Just for fun while we're waiting. No, it's found in data breach again. Anyways, I think it's on the back of my router what the actual password should be. Unless it's the same as my Wi-Fi password, which I doubt it would be. No. Okay. Anyways, we won't go down that road. Okay. Anyways, we are at 98% verified. Hey, Projects and Dad's Garage, how are you, sir? Welcome, welcome. We are getting the firmware put on the Trident build that I just kind of finished wiring up. If I haven't changed it, look at the bottom of your router. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I don't think I changed it. I don't think I changed it. If I did, it's only going to be one or two different possibilities. Okay, you can now remove the SD card from the reader. Continue. So let's remove the SD card. Now I believe now I've got to put it into the Pi. I believe now is when I put it into the Pi. Then we power up, and then we see if we can connect to the Pi, and then we go into the Pi, and that's when we go into the Pi and we create not a config, but we create a file that we then put into the main board and we boot the main board up. Login is admin, the password is written on the bottom of the right. Yeah, I'll figure that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if I can, oh man. I believe this goes into the Pi. I think it goes in this way. See if I can get in behind this ribbon cable. Oh, I actually get it. It's actually, oh, it's in. It actually went in fairly easy. Getting it out might be difficult, but it actually, here, if we do this, we don't want, here, let's just change this view down to, and we want this to be on number 4. No, we want this to be on number 2. No, stop. Get, there we are. Okay, so what I just did is I threw the card into the Pi that we just did. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I boot the system up, and I should be able to find the Pi on my network, but it's going to take a second here. Did you configure the Wi-Fi settings? I did. Yes, I did. So let's go ahead and power. And we have a blinky green light. No, we have a, oh yeah, we got a blinking green light on the Pi, which means the Pi is reading the card. You just did Clipper installer and you're under 3 today. Nice. Nice. Okay, so we have a blinky green light on the Pi. So we're going to see if we can't find that. And then I believe, and again, I got to follow the instructions on the Voron instructions. So let's just go ahead while we're letting that boot up. Let's go ahead and see what these guys say now. Okay, make sure your MCU is connected to your Pi. Using the wired networking also makes, no, I'm not using wired. Insert the micro SD into your Pi. Power on the Pi. Find your Pi on the network and SSH into the Pi using PuTTY or Windows. The default username is Pi and the password is Raspberry. If your network supports Bonjour, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Firmware flashing. Okay, so we're going to see if we can find the Pi on the network. So we called this Trident. Might still be loading, but we'll see. Trident dot oh, okay, come on, hang on a minute. Trident dot local slash can't be reached. Of course it can't be reached because I don't know the IP address. I have a week off, so you get time to get all the Ender and Voron upgrades done. Awesome. Yeah. Tune in next Sunday. And we're going to be, after a while, doing a new printer. Did you insert the microcard the right way? Yes, I did. Yes. It inserts into the Pi with the chips facing me, basically, and it won't go in the other way. Let's refresh. I have an issue with connecting to the .local for some reason. I find I end up having to use the actual IP address. So, but let's SSH into PuTTY. Let's go into PuTTY. PuTTY. Because the .local address tends to work in PuTTY for some reason. So let's go ahead. Can I make this any bigger? No, PuTTY stays basically the same size. So let's go ahead and, I don't know why this is, there we are, and we'll just raise this up a little here. Oh, okay. So sometimes I can go into Trident.local, open, unable to connect, host does not exist. Yeah, I've got advanced IP scanner. You got Printy, please tap. You got Printy, please tap kit, along with the West 3D, which both were incredibly cool. Oh, good, awesome. Good quality is always good. Okay, so what I'll do is let me look at advanced IP scanner, which I do have. So let's go ahead and open that. let's drag this over here so you guys can see. And we're going to scan, yeah, so let's go ahead and scan my 10.0.0.0s. And we will see what we can find here. Okay, so we have Voron red, which is not it. Voron red, 118, 119. That's the other Voron. Let's see what else we come up with. So it's not those. I'm pretty sure it's not those because those are the other Voron 01 I have. We have a few unknowns in here. My data cable, yeah, no, everything should be fine. Now the Pi, everything should be good. If I go into the router, it'll give me the IP address of everything attached. You can grab the IP address for the Pi that way. Ah, okay. 137, 110. Okay, let me try. Oops. Tried it. I'm going to try this once more. And it's not going to find it. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be it either. That's, yeah. Okay, so I'm surprised it didn't find it with the Trident.local on the putty. So, I didn't turn on the SSH. I'm pretty sure I did turn on SSH. Let's see. Pretty sure I did turn on SSH on the imager when I did it. Let's just see. Yeah, I did have it on. SSH is enabled, definitely. My computer seems in another subnet. Well, I can actually, let's just make sure here. I can actually go with my local one if I go 10.0.0.222. So there's my Voron 2.4. It is working just fine. So I am on a 10.0.0, but yeah, let's see. We did flash. Well, let me try. I'm going to reboot here one more time. Power off, power on. It takes a few tries sometimes. Trident.local. So it doesn't use HTTPS. Oh, okay. Because, yeah, it's going to default HTTPS, right? Okay. Well, I've reset the, I've just rebooted the powered off and on, so the Pi is going to reboot. I'll give it a second. Then we'll try HTTP. Let's see if this does anything. Let's give the Pi a second to boot up. We still have the green flashing. I usually give the Pi 30-40 seconds to boot. What did I show on my screen, Projects in Dad's Garage? I obviously showed something I shouldn't have. I can always nix that out. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. No. Trident.local. Did I spell it right? I'm sure I did. Okay, let's see if I spelled it right in the Trident.local. Yeah, I did. The host name there. Yeah, okay. So, any router IP info. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do one more. Let me do one more advanced IP scan just to see. See if anything pops up. And then what I'll do is I can see I did not enable SSH on the other printers when I did this, and if so, I'll redo the card without it and just to see if it's something happening that way. So I have, so there's my Voron red is showing up even though it's not plugged in. There's my other Vorons, and that's it for any Raspberry Pi. So you would think this Pi would actually show up just as a Raspberry Pi without a, given with the name Trident, but it's not. So I wonder if the flash just didn't take. I mean, that's possible. Yeah, so nothing's showing up there. So, okay. We'll just let the scan go, and we have some unknown IPs here, but I'm pretty sure 191, no, that's my Wise cameras. Technicolor USA 110. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that 110 one, but you just never know. No. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, Advanced IP Scanner remembers devices to look at the icon on the first column. Okay, yes. And what I've been trying to do on Advanced IP Scanner as well is, okay, so the items, the black ones are ones it remembers but are not active. Okay, and the blue ones are ones that are active. Oh, okay, well. Why, yeah, okay, I should have known that. But we're still not finding anything new. I mean, there's a couple addresses there that aren't assigned to anything. But yeah, no. Okay, I think what I'll do, in the view section, uncheck the dead IPs. Oh, okay. Let me have a look. So if we go there and we go view dead IPs. Oh! You just taught me something new, Rich. Thank you. Change scene so it doesn't show, then check the password of the Wi-Fi on the image you created. Yes, okay, yes. Let me do that. So let me open this. I can just bring this to a different screen, and then that way you're not even seeing it. So let me check what I did here. Let me check my password. Oops. Come on. So the Wi-Fi password's fine, although we haven't even gotten to that point yet. Okay, and we have our SSID is correct. And the password for the Pi, I can't really show it because I haven't even gotten that far anyways. Let me just make sure. I'm going to double check that my Wi-Fi password is correct. Yeah, that is correct. And my SSID is correct. Shaw 9036. That's not a secret because that's broadcast way out there. Okay, so that stuff is all correct. My wireless country is correct. So I can hide the show password now. So I can bring this back over. So my SSID is fine. My password here is correct. My locale, I guess I could set locale settings. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Eject media when finished. Enable telemetry. Play sound when finished. Nah, that's just all standard stuff. The only thing I did different was set enable SSH. Now, Trident.local. So that all should work. So I'm going to try one without SSH. Because I've not enabled that for anything else. So I'm going to I just have to try it. So let me do that. Let me pop the card out. Easier said than done to get that out from behind this cable. So I'm going to grab my surgical forceps, and gently oh no, I can't even get it out with that. Man, that's tight. The ribbon cable is kind of impeding my... Come on. I don't want to damage that ribbon cable. Here, let me go ahead and do this and get down over here. So I'm just trying to reach in behind this ribbon cable to get this card out. Maybe if I come top and bottom. Okay. There, we got it. Okay. Throw the card back in. So Zenbender, I was wrong. You were right. It's taking more than one flash to do this. So what the heck? I can't remote log into the Raspberry Pi if I don't enable SSH. But I haven't enabled SSH on any of my other ones, and I can log in through my Wi-Fi to the Raspberry Pi. You're probably right, and I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to try it. I've got to try it. So I'm just going to try it just to see. And you know, I'm not doubting you, but I know I didn't enable it on any of my other printers. We'll see. And I use PuTTY to access the other ones as well. Let's just wait and see. I'll see. We'll give this another shot. If it doesn't work, we'll go back. We'll enable SSH. We'll give it another shot then. And then if it doesn't work, then I will continue this madness tomorrow. One thing I've learned in all these builds is patience. You gotta be patient with this stuff. Gotta be patient. But hey, can't complain. We had sparks on the stream. That was a bonus. I don't think any of the printers I built have ever gone first first time as far as getting the firmware and software in. So let's see what happens. But she's a beautiful machine. Can't wait to get the filament running through her. Ooh, you know what? Look at that. James, while we're waiting, yeah, let's do that. What a good idea. Where's my mouse? Too many screen. There we go. Okay, let's go advanced IP scanner and let's do a scan. So actually, let's so we have 8, 37, 57, 78, 180, 83. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to do a screen capture. Control Windows S. No, not Control Windows S. Cancel. Alt Windows S. No. Shift Windows. There's just Windows S. No, it's not Windows S. How the heck do you do a screen capture in Windows? I thought it was Control Alt. No. Alt Windows S. No. Control Windows S. No. Get it from your router to get the IP to your PC. Yeah, I can't get into my router though. I don't know the password for my router. It's upstairs. It's in a different room. How do I do a screenshot? Windows Shift S. No. Yes. Oh, good. Shift Windows S. There. Let's screenshot those IP addresses. And there we go. Now let's do a new. There we go. Let's open that. Okay, there's the ones now. Let's leave the snipping tool there and let's rescan. Let's see if there's one missing. Okay, that might be a good strategy. It's called process of elimination. 37, 10, 84, 53 and 63. 53 and 63 are not showing up now. 83 and 84 are there. 57 and 80 are there. 78 is not showing up right now. 178. Interesting. Okay, we're verifying the Pi image. We're going to try that again. So we can try 178, because that's not showing up now that Pi is... It's funny, there's three addresses that aren't showing up with the Pi turned off. And 63. 37, 57, 78. Yeah, the 78's not showing up, and the 53 and 63 aren't showing up. Okay, so we can try those 2 or 3 numbers once we do this. Always admin. Yeah, I must have changed it actually. Let me see if I change it, it's going to be one word or one specific address. We still... Okay, so we're just about done on the Pi, but let's just change. So 192.168.0.1, I think is what it was. Let me see if I changed it. No, I didn't change it. No, bad request. Bad request. It's a D-Link router. No, anyways, okay. Well, we'll get back to that. We'll check that in a minute. In the meantime, and in between time, we can remove the card from the Pi. Remove the card. Let's go ahead and put it in here again. Let's see if this does anything. Come on. And in. And we'll power it on. We'll let the Pi boot up again, and we'll see if this works. See if we find anything under the Trident.local. I know I didn't do the SSH. As I say, I haven't done it on any of the other printers. I don't believe I have, but we'll see. We will see. Share X for snipping. Yeah, on the Mac I use Command Shift 4. I know that. I use the Mac all the time, and I do screenshots all the time. I know now Windows, it's Shift Windows S. Shift Windows S. I will remember that. Okay. Okay, we'll give this a second for the Pi to boot up. And we will get ready. HTTP Trident.local / Let's just wait another second here. We're still flashing green. We're still loading software onto the Pi. I like to wait till it settles down to a very dull, every once in a few second flash. Tripod, hey John, how are you, sir? We are attempting firmware on the Trident, on the very colorful Trident. Here, let me show you an overhead since you're just here. It's hard to see all the colors in there, but you kind of get the idea from here. But believe me, it's a very colorful printer. Oh. There we go. So, okay, we have steady flash, steady green, and we're loading a bit more. Let me see if I can... Okay, that's not working yet. Let me try that one IP. So if I do an advanced IP scan now, we'll see if those numbers show up again. Trident gum. I don't want to be chewing this one. So if I get a 178, I wonder, I'm debating if 178 is the number. I do have a 178. Guys, you ready? 178. Of course, we're going to get a crap load of errors. There it is. The local never works, but the 178 did work. We're in. Woohoo! Okay. We are in. Let's get some putty going. Putty. Let's see if we can putty our way in. 10.0.0.178. Open. Look what we got. Look what we've got. Okay. Can I zoom in on this window? Command plus. Alt plus? No. Command plus? Control plus. I can't make this any bigger. Okay, let's log in as Pi. Raspberry. We are in. We are in. Thanks, John. It was the it was your Trident gum line that helped. Yeah, you came on the stream, John, and you're the man. You are the man. I'm going to call you whenever I'm having trouble. Say, John, get on my stream. Okay. So now this is where I got to read some instructions because this is where I kind of don't know where to go. So let's go from here. Firmware flashing. And we want the BTT Octopus. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these instructions over to a different window just so that number one, I can see them in bigger text, and number two, I can keep you guys kind of show you guys what's going on here. Oh, I know there's a way to make this bigger. If I go here, is it here? And change settings. And then there's a way here. Maybe somebody who's on chat knows. There's a way here to make this window bigger, or the type. And I believe it is size. Is it size? Nothing came up there. No. Let's see. Full screen. Change settings. Appearance. And I think it is change font size. Let's go to 18 point. Okay, and apply. There we go. There we go. I knew there was a way to make that a little bigger so you guys could see it easier. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up, where's my instruction window? Right there. I'm gonna shrink this down a bit. We're gonna, so I can keep an eye on chat. I want to see what you guys are talking about behind my back. There we go. This window. Okay. And oh man. Sorry, I'm just trying to resize a window here. Okay. Log into Pi, run the following. So we want to run sudo apt install. Why are you not typing in here? What is going on? Where did, oh. Okay, that was delayed. Sudo apt install make. Password for Pi, Raspberry. Okay, CD. Okay, here we go. What are we doing? Okay. Now it says run the following and then CD clipper. CD space tilde. Oh, come on. No. CD space shift tilde clipper slash clipper. There we are. Okay, make clean. Why are you delaying? Okay, my keyboard seems to be frozen. Network error. Software caused connection abort. What connection abort? Network error. I guess that's the chances we take when we're doing Wi-Fi. Okay, do I have to start this again? No, let's start putty again. Seems to have frozen. Putty. Come on, putty. Okay, here we go again. It's going to make this a little bigger. Too bad it doesn't save my settings, you know. At least I know what I'm doing now. Well, for this. Okay, Pi, Raspberry. See, it's kind of lagging here. What is going on? Is my internet behaving ill-fated for me here? Network error. Software caused connection abort. Why are you giving me a network error? Let me just see if everything's working. Can I get to YouTube on here? Yes, I can get to YouTube, so why can't I? Now somebody's going to say, it's because you didn't enable SSH, which, oh my goodness, I hope you're not right, but you never know, but it's logged in. It was logged in. Let's try PuTTY again. Try it again. Let's log in. There's my, we are the 10.0.0.178, and it comes in. We log in as Pi. Password Raspberry. And now we are again freezing up. Network error. Yeah. What is going on? PuTTY fatal error. Network error. Software caused connection abort. So PuTTY is giving me a network error for some reason. Do I have the latest version of PuTTY? Do I need to update PuTTY? Inactive. New session. You are inactive. That is just strange. Let's try again. So we're recognizing the IP, okay, because we actually get to a Pi login screen. So I can go Pi, and then I enter, and then it's not even going to ask me for the password. Okay. Yeah, network error. Software caused connection abort. PuTTY fatal error. Okay, so what that's about, I don't know. And now, of course, if you look, we've made it this far. So let's continue on. Okay. So we want to do sudo apt install make. Now we're frozen. Oh, there we go. Password. Oh, I must have typed it wrong. There we go. So we're doing that. Let's just keep going. Could have had, maybe I had an internet interruption or a Wi-Fi interruption, because you guys are still on there, I think, although we haven't had a comment, and John said I would like to give credit to others. Okay, so now we want CD. No, now we're not. Now we're stuck again. Now we're stuck again. I wonder. No. No, we're stuck again. Am I still? No, we are still streaming. Okay. But we seem to be stuck. Network error, PuTTY fatal error. What the hell is going on, PuTTY? You let me get so far, and then no, so maybe it's that SSH thing. Okay, well, let's okay, well, let's go ahead. Maybe I do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that again. Um, just in case there's a problem with the SSH that has to be on in order for that to be done. I don't know enough about it to know if that's the answer, but we're going to try it because I'll go insane otherwise if I keep trying the same thing and getting the same results. So let's go ahead and remake this with the SSH enabled. Enable SSH and everything else should be as was, and save. We'll choose our storage device and we will write. And we'll overwrite it and let's do it again. Let's try it again. Yep. We will try SSH. So it was partially you, John. But we'll see what happens now. Try this once more. Little overtime tonight, but that's okay. As long as I have more than 3 people watching, I'm good to go. And we have 17. Mucho apreciado. And we even have 29 likes, which I really like to see. So if you guys, anybody here not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That would be great. Does this little guy work here? No, it's not working. Why is that not working? Do, 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 do. So we'll just let this guy go again. Oh, I see what you're doing. You little sneaky bugger. Okay, there. That's why you were not working. Gotta love technology. Nuno is here. It was just Putty needs daemon to connect to. SSH is normally the one used. Putty uses demons? Oh, I don't want demons in my machine. Okay, bad joke. I know, bad joke. Bad joke. Display 2, we can switch over so we can see where we're at. We're at 48% writing. We'll see. And we got SSH enabled, and that's probably... and I know you can say I told you so, and perfectly acceptable if you say I told you so. I don't mind at all. So, I can handle it. Well, we'll get this done and we'll continue some of this tomorrow. It's getting late here. 9:17. It feels late. It's been a long day. But it's no excuse. Don't like that ribbon cable placement on that. Yeah. Before you go, don't do the printed Voron printed zip chains. Stick with your drag chains. The zip chains are a real pain in the butt. No, I wasn't going to anyways then. But thank you for the heads up there. No, I wasn't going to do that. That's I will change the front cover just for you. Okay, but yeah, yellow. I'll do this in yellow. Just because, yeah, it is too much blue on the front, and it kind of clashes with the rest of the theme. So yeah, but and especially the Will it be seen on camera here? Yeah, especially with all the fancy colors along here for the LEDs, right? Yeah. There's a good view of those. Fun. And back at it. No, we'll keep the drag chains as they are. Maybe I'll spray paint them. No, I won't. Yellow will go good here. Yeah. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, you. Ha ha ha. Hey, Chris, welcome. Hope you had a great Christmas day and Boxing Day. We are just waiting for a Raspberry Pi image to finish so we can flash the Pi on this thing and hopefully get the freaking mainsail working. So, I'm being stubborn. I'm not being stubborn, it's being stubborn. But then I was stubborn because I should have listened to the crowd when they said, you need to enable SSH. And I said, nah. But I think that's the issue. Okay, we're almost there. We're 77% verified. Check out the here. Let's do the where's my other view here? Check out all the funky colors for the these are the LED holders. So there's LEDs on the other sides of these. So that's funky color from the top. We had to make it a nice fancy top to go with all the other colors on this thing, and I'm going to change this front touchscreen enclosure to yellow so there's not so much blue, and it sort of matches more with the theme of the rest of the enclosure. So pretty cool. Okay, we are verified. Okay, we be verified, so I'm going to eject this so I don't have to eject it. I can remove it. Okay, and we're going to put it in. You couldn't remember the SSH check mark, but you checked your last install, which was the Voron Legacy, and it was checked. Okay. Chip from Home Alone. Yes. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Good. I haven't seen that movie this year, actually, and I usually watch that every year. Okay, let's get this in here. The stinking ribbon cable, and I'm going to bitch about that every time I go to put this card in, I promise you. Oh, come on. I should really just pull this ribbon cable off for now, but I don't want to. I'm not a fan of where... There it is. I got it in. And it is... Did I put that in backwards? No, I didn't. I'm not a fan of where they put their card reader anyways, but either I'm not a fan of that or I'm not a fan of the way... There we go. And I got it in. I just like bitching about it. So I got it in. Let's plug it in. And let's see. And we'll turn it on. And let's see if enabling that SSH solves our problems here. Probably will. Yeah, until the more... Yeah, that's true. The screen's hooked up anyways now. We'll see. It's just that it's just... And once this is all booted up and everything, I'm not going to have to access that card. So there's that too. Okay, so now we know the IP address for this, unless, of course, because it's dynamic, it changed, but somehow I don't think it did. We are 10.0.0.178. We're going to let the Pi boot up a little bit here before we attempt that. I really want to use my new heat gun, but I got nothing to use it on right now, so... I just want to heat something. And I want to print my heat shrink tubing. For those of you that didn't see, I got this nice Christmas gift. It's a Dymo Rhino 4200. It prints your standard tapes, but it also prints heat shrink tubing. So, and I've got 3 packages of the heat shrink tubing that came with it, 3 different sizes. So I'm excited to print some heat shrink. And of course, always remember Die Hard Christmas movie. Yippee-ki-yay, yes. I gotta say, one of my new favorite Christmas movies. You gotta see it. If you like Die Hard, you like Home Alone, go see one called Violent Night. Violent Night. It is, oh, it's almost gonna replace Die Hard for me. So, okay, let's see if my 178 still works. And you son of a clipper. Oh, did I hit enter? There it is. Oh, I didn't hit enter. Ah! Okay, so we have our IP is working fine again. Printable heat shrink tubing. It is cool. Where did I put it? Yeah, I got 3 sizes. Did I? It's here somewhere. Yeah, it fits in basically the back of these machines. As you know, there's just a cartridge that slips in. So this is just your standard tape. But you just plug in the cartridge of heat shrink tubing, and it prints it out, and you just pop it open. Yeah, it's so cool. Anyways, I can't wait to try it. I'm going to try it live when I do. So let's flip back over here. Let's get to the display. So now, let's get putty. Let's get physical. Okay, let's get putty. Okay, let's get into my IP 10.0.0.178. Boom, okay. What's going on? Here, have a look. Dum 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 dum. Nothing's showing up. We're not even going to get a login on it. Oh, there we go. It just took its time. We accept. Now we got to log in as Pi. We're going to Raspberry in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so far so good. Now let me go to my instructions. Where's that window? Okay, now we want to go sudo apt. Oops, I got to click on this screen. Sudo apt. Install. Make. Okay, that's good. Password for Raspberry Pi. Okay, so far so good. Okay, done. And here we go. Okay, now we want a CD tilde clipper. Now my keyboard, now it's frozen again. We're going to get that error come up again. You watch. What the double HECK is going on? It's just, I can't type anymore. It's basically just frozen me out. See if we come up with the same. There we go. Putty fatal error. Network error. Software caused connection abort. What the is that all about? Sudo apt update, then sudo apt upgrade should be the first 2 things to do. Okay. Well, let me try that. I was just following the Voron instructions, but let's try that. Okay, let me log into Putty again and do those first 2 things and see if that's maybe causing the issue. Let's try this again. 10.0.0.178. Okay, we get our login screen. Let's move it over to this screen so you can see it. We log in as Pi, Raspberry. Okay, first command you say should be sudo apt update. And it's not letting me do anything again now either. Set the printer upright. Maybe a weak signal sitting like it is. Okay. Let's try. Boop. Let's stand this sucker up. Okay, there we go. Doo-doo-doo. That way the Wi-Fi flows down, and then the, yeah, slow Wi-Fi. No, our Wi-Fi is pretty damn good. Okay, would not use PuTTY, instead would use window regular command or PowerShell SSH pi at UIP. I've never heard of that. Let me try this once more. We haven't commanded out yet. Oh, actually, if it helps, if I click on there. Okay, let's try this once more with the printer up. We know we're still connected okay here, so let's go ahead. Try once more. Otherwise, then I'm going to stop, because you know the definition of insanity, right? Yeah. We don't want to go there. Okay, here, I'll show you what I'm doing right from the beginning. Okay, so what's my host IP? Okay, and connection type SSH, which is fine. Yeah, that's what we need. Open. We get our PuTTY window right here. Pi and Raspberry. Okay, we get that. Okay, now let's do the, what did you say, sudo apt update. Password. Raspberry. Here we go. Okay, we're doing the update. If standing the printer up made the difference, I'm going to just... Okay. Sudo apt upgrade. Do you want to continue? Yes. If standing the printer up made the difference, I'm going to, oh man, I don't know. Okay, anyway, so far so good. Okay, now let's go. Sudo apt. See, now nothing's working. It stopped working again. Bah! Sudo reboot. Yeah, it won't even let me type sudo right now. Yeah, see, we got the PuTTY fatal error again. I wonder if it could be something with my network. Well, we've done the updates. Okay, so we did the upgrades. Let's close this. Wow. Let's see how far we get one more time. We got a lot farther that time. This is, but again, as I say, I've used PuTTY for every other install with no issues. Okay. Yeah, it's stalled again. Okay, so wow. Yeah. Okay. Command prompt or PowerShell. Let's do that. So if I use the command prompt, PowerShell. Is PowerShell an app? In other words, do I go... Let's go here. I wonder if it's because I have this window open. I wonder if that could be causing the issue, if this is always looking. You know what I mean? Let me just for shits and giggles, try it with that closed. I know what you guys are saying. Wonder if that is interfering with it. Let me just try something here. Let me just go with my theory. Let me go with my theory. Nope, my theory is not right. It froze up again. Okay, so let's close that session. PowerShell is the same as command prompt if you are doing SSHing in. Maybe try pinging the address. Ping address. Okay, let me go to command. Let me find a command prompt. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's ping. Yeah, we're pinging fine. 24 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds. We're pinging okay. Okay, so how do I get in? This is where I don't... 70 tabs open. SSH. SSH pi at 10.0.0.178. Let's see what that does. Oh, I had no, I got that there. Now hit enter. Yeah, we hit it. Cannot connect to host. Port 22. Connection timed out. Let's try again. Pi at 10.0.0.178 is not recognized as an internal or external command. Well, what the heck? Now 178 is the right one. 10.0.0.178. It's reading it here. So it's connecting to the Pi right here. No problem. Fast as ever. It's pinging it fine. Okay, so let's get that command prompt up again. Let's ping that address again. Let's just... so the address is pinging fine. Look at that. Okay. Try using the host name rather than the IP. Up arrow. Well, look at you. Up arrow. Now it's pinging destination unreachable. See, now it won't ping. So there's something going on. Now it's not pinging at all. Let's try pinging it again. It's like it's hit and miss. Now it's pinging. Now it's pinging. Okay. We're getting pings constantly now. Okay. Now let's try. Now we have, there we go. Okay, there we go. We're into the Pi. Okay. Okay, we're working now. No, we're freezing again. So there's something going on between the Pi. The signal is not sending consistently. Yeah. Yeah, I can, I do have a router here. I can actually plug into the network directly. Hey, Jerry. But I don't know if I have a spare network cable. Let me see. Let me see if I have a spare network cable. There's obviously, I think we're doing everything right. I think the signal is dropping between the Pi. So the Pi's Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi itself seems to be fine, but the Pi's Wi-Fi seems to be dropping the signal on and off. So it unfroze. Oh, it unfroze. Okay. Okay, well let's keep going then. Let's just keep going for fun. CD clipper. CD tilde / clipper. Okay, we're in Clipper. Make clean. Okay, we make clean. Make menu config. Okay, now we're getting further. Okay. Let's just see what happens here. Plus 10 in cavalry. Calvary. Where's Calvary? Hey. Okay. Okay, so let's just go from here. Enable extra low configuration options. Enable extra low configuration options. We want to hit spacebar on that. Okay. Set the microcontroller architecture so it's SMT electronics, SMT32. Okay, so I gotta go down here, enter here, SM right there, we enter that one. Okay, and then we go set the processor model to STFM 429 or 446. Depends on the architecture of your motherboard. I think we are 429. I'm not sure. I think I have to turn this over to see that. Let's just see. I believe it's a 429. I can't read it without light. Oh, come on. $446. It's a 446. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it. Okay, so we want to do processor model to a 446. Okay. Set the bootloader to 32 KIB bootloader, which it's already set. Clock reference 12 megahertz crystal for SM446, which is what we're using. So 12 megahertz crystal. Communication interface to USB on PA11, PA12. That's what it's set to. USB IDs. Okay. Okay, I don't think I have to change. See, now we're frozen again. Now, oh, there we go. Now it's unfrozen. Don't think I have to change anything in USB IDs. Okay. Get out of that. Escape. We're frozen again. What is going on? Why is it? Let's see if it unfreezes. Now we're frozen in here again. What is going on? No. We're stuck. We keep freezing and unfreezing, so I don't know if something going on with the Raspberry Pi's Wi-Fi or what the heck is going on. But this won't let me do anything anymore. Can't quit, can't escape. It's gone back to the yeah, it's like it's huh. Okay, well, let's try it again. Jeez. You laid it down and rotated it. Yeah, but it shouldn't. Oh, man. Okay, I'll stand it up again now that I know what board I've got, but still, that should not. Oh. Okay, pi, SSH pi at see where, yeah, it's yeah, there's something going on with the pi, with the Wi-Fi on the pi Wi-Fi. Antenna orientation matters. Oh, come on. Not when it's we're frozen. My guess is there's no friggin' antenna on this pi at all. Well, then, let's see if I have a network cable. Let me hook it up direct and see if I can work it that way. Up arrow. Okay, let's drive ourselves insane by trying this once more, just because we can. Now we're going in. Okay. Let's start this over. Oh. Maybe if I do it fast enough, it'll do it without stalling, but I still think there's something going on. Yeah, froze again. Okay, I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to quickly see if I can find a network cable. Yeah, we're getting nowhere. That's not a network cable. Okay. Yeah, now you're unfroze. Yeah, I'm not running that race again. Okay, let's see if one of these cables will fit. One of these might fit. Let's see. You need to make sure your Pi is not self-rebooting. How? Okay, well, if the Pi's self-rebooting, it'll do the same thing when I plug the network cable in then. So, okay. Let's see, does it fit? It fits. Okay, we're hardwired in. We are hardwired in. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. So far, so good. See, yeah, it's still doing it. Oh, it'll need a new IP for... Oh, will it? Oh. Okay, let's it'll need a new IP, but it won't need a new. Let's see if I can do this. SSH pi at Trident dot local. No, could not receive the Trident dot local. Okay, so, jeez. So the other IP is working because that's the Wi-Fi IP. That's why that's working. Okay. Okay. I read chat because you're using the Wi-Fi IP. Yeah. To see it like you're having to plug in the USB, not network cable, there's a whole can of worms to set up. Okay. Okay. It's just getting, I think I need to just come on tomorrow and do this tomorrow evening. Yeah, see, it keeps, even on this screen here that you're seeing now, every once in a while it keeps reloading this screen. It's almost like the Pi is rebooting itself. Or like it's, so if we keep an eye on this screen for a second. Look for a new DHCP lease on the router. See, and the problem is I can't get into the router. I don't know my router password. I have to go up and look it up. Let's see if I can. There's my router. Yeah, the username is hard-coded. Where's my router? Okay, let me switch something here for a second. Okay. That cannot be the password. Come on. No, that's not right. Let's just try. Copy. Let's close this. Paste. No. No. Okay. Go back to Advanced IP Scanner. Let's see what's new in here. See if it comes up with a new one. No, .local never works for me either. Wearing a foil hat will help me get better reception. Thanks, Jerry. Okay. Okay, let's just see. Okay, on the IP scanner, the 178 isn't even showing up right now. It's 180. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see if it went up to 180. No. Okay. I think I'm just getting tired. Now there's no guarantee that this cable is good. So there's always that. Let's see, I have one more cable. Considering this one doesn't have a little plug end on it, let me try a different cable. There's these are old cables. There's no guarantee they're good. Although I trust this yellow one more than I would trust that green one. Okay. Oh, that's a tight stretch, but at least it's there. Okay. Let's scan the IPs again. .local is a coin flip for me, yeah. 177 or 179. Let's have a look. Let's okay, it wasn't 177. Let's go 179 while this is scanning. No. And the 178 is still working because that's the Wi-Fi one. No, the 178 isn't even working now either. Although it is showing, yeah, 178 Raspberry Pi Trading Limited. Ah. Uh-huh. Yeah, 178 still showing up there, but it's showing 157 or 180 are the only new ones above it and below it. It says blink or admin. Okay, let me try that. Admin I tried. So the username is admin and the password is admin. Now, is it upper or lowercase? Admin lowercase. Oh, now we're in. For goodness sake, I thought I tried that already. Okay. Okay, we're into the we're into the router. Okay, now here's where I get confused as all heck. So we're into the router. I have setup, advanced tools, and status and support. So, advanced. Oh man, this is like, what the heck? We have port forwarding application rules, network filter, inbound filter, status. No. What are you doing? Okay. Routing. No. Huh. Okay, so we're into the router. Now every time I go bad request setup. What the heck is going on? Setup. There we go. Internet connection setup wizard, manual connection, wireless settings, network settings, router IP address. There we go. Number of dynamic DHCP clients. Don't know much about these routers. Advanced. Something is going on with the system because it is laggy. I wonder if I just need to reboot my Wi-Fi because I click in the router settings and I get just, it sort of just crashes. Yeah, it says bad request. Wow. Tools. I can get into tools. Advanced. There we are. List of connected devices and then well, status wireless. So status. I'll click status. I get an error, a bad request. Click it again. It gets me in there. Okay. Wireless local area network, LAN computers. Let's just have a look here. Wireless, internet sessions. List of connected under status wireless, maybe computer. Okay, let's just have a quick peek here. Let's go to status again. Routing, IPv6, IPv6 routing, none of that. We want internet session statistics. Keep getting a friggin' bad request when I click anything. There we are. Okay. Device info. Local area network computers. DHCP client. Connected. Tools. Dynamic DNS. No. Yeah, sorry, I know it's probably frustrating for those of you who know what to do in a case like this, but maybe streaming bandwidth. It could very well be. Although I'm streaming, I haven't rebooted this computer in forever, so yeah, maybe it could be the computer. I think I need to, yeah, because even clicking on some of these buttons in the router, it's causing errors. It's almost, yeah, there's bad request, 404 bad, 400 bad request, but if I click it again, then it goes. So what I'm going to do, rather than beat myself up, I click back on setup and it freezes. Yep, I have to go back, click setup again, 400 bad request, go back, click it again, nothing. So there, yeah, bad request, operation, no cache, care set. I get and it closes the connection. And then it starts working again. It's almost like my something is shutting on and off in the router or something. So what I need to do, yeah. So what I need to do is, because we're at 10 o'clock at night here, and my brain is could be two devices with the same address, possibly. What I'll do tomorrow, because my brain is kind of fried right now. Let me pop this off and just convince myself that I'm done for the night. I'll reboot my router tomorrow, because we had some issues with the router earlier. Not issues, but we had to reboot the router a couple times to hook up an Xbox. I'll reboot the router tomorrow. I'll reboot my PC, which has not been rebooted in a long time. So my PC may need rebooting. I generally don't turn my computer off. I generally just leave it and turn the monitors off. So we'll reboot the PC, reboot the router. The Pi should be good. I don't think it's the Pi. Now that I'm having issues even communicating with my router, I somehow think there's something going on with the router, with the wireless. So I think the Pi's probably fine. So we will do some rebooting tomorrow, resetting, rebooting, and we'll try it again, and hopefully that'll fix everything. Make sure the firmware is up to date on the router, absolutely. And I'll reboot the PC. I'll do any updates that are needed on the PC. What am I even running? Windows 11? What am I running on this thing? Properties. What am I running? I'm running Windows 64-bit operating system, Windows 11 Home. Okay, so I am running Windows 11. I'll make sure there's no updates required. Anyways, it's just weird that it's happening now, but hey, shit happens, right? So doesn't matter. It is what it is. So we'll do that, and then we will we'll revene this again and make sure the printer is upright. I honestly, John, I laugh about it and say that shouldn't make a difference. I should be able to have it diagonal, but if it's a Wi-Fi signal and if it's having trouble between here and the router is almost straight upstairs from me, and there's an issue there because all my other printers are working fine. And we'll see it, yeah, and we'll reconvene this tomorrow, tomorrow evening, and we'll hopefully fix up the issues. We'll see what happens. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. It looks like there's still about a handful of you guys hanging in here. 25. Wow, I appreciate it. And 36 likes. That means a lot. So anyways, guys, listen, tomorrow we'll reconvene this. Remember to set your schedules for Sunday, New Year's Day. We have a special unboxing we're doing. It is up on YouTube now, so just go ahead and hit, set reminder. Make sure you tune in on Sunday for the stream. It's going to be fun. So we'll catch everybody later, and hopefully we can resolve these issues. So we will. We'll get it all working eventually. It's just a matter of figuring out what's going on, and I suspect it's something to do with the router or the Wi-Fi or the computer needs rebooting or something. Because we've done everything right. It's just that little off and on that's happening. So guys, have a wonderful night. Get a good rest, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Bye for now.